Guys, welcome to the Booth 2K. We're going to do something a little different right now. We always talk Cowboys football, but I wanted to touch on the big fight this weekend between Canelo and Triple G. It's their third fight. The first two fights were really close, really good fights. A lot of people said Triple G won. I believe the first one. Maybe some people said both. I thought Canelo won the second one, and the first one could have been a draw. Maybe my memory's a little wrong here. But the thing about those fights, a lot of people said Canelo didn't fight, Mexican style. So he didn't, like throw caution to the wind, and he didn't really give it his all. But I thought he fought a smart fight. There's nowhere where it says just because you're Mexican that you got to fight a certain way. That's wrong. That's always been wrong. I've always thought that. When Oscar De La Hoya fought Felix Trinidad, they gave him a hard time about boxing the last few rounds. He clearly won that fight, but he lost it in the last few rounds. And they were calling him a chicken and all this stuff. That's just stupid. These guys are prize fighters. You win any way you can. Use all your skills at your disposal. That's why you have them, right? You don't need to be one-dimensional. And I think Canelo should feel the same way. He should do whatever he has to do to win. Now, do I think he's going to win? I think he picked a tough fight right now, coming off his loss in his last fight. And what I don't like to hear, and what I'm hearing Canelo say, is he doesn't see that he really lost that last fight. He didn't win a round. It was a slaughterhouse. It wasn't even close. I wish I was hearing him saying that he wants to do some things better, refocus. Because if you remember before that fight, he was talking about golf courses, things like that he was opening up. He's an enterprising young man, and why shouldn't he be? He's got the money. He's got everything going for him. But to be in boxing, you got to be 100% focused. It's a very dangerous sport. And I hope he's okay. And I hope he does win, but I don't think he's going to win Saturday night. And I think those are the reasons, because he's not looking at that last loss seriously. Unless it's just, he's just talking. He's just saying things like that, but he's really focused. I don't know. But just, you hear this from time to time. History repeats itself from fighters not learning their lessons. They go in with the exact same game plan. Sometimes Canelo can be a little like the Cowboys, I guess, when it comes to this. They don't want to accept the fact that they lost, and he's not accepting the fact that he lost that fight, and it's on his own doing. He just did not have a good game plan, and then he should have picked an easier opponent. I do commend him for fighting Triple G for the third time. I just read that Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford are going to fight in November. These guys are now in their early 30s. They should have fought. This should be at least, at minimum, their second fight. But sometimes I'm stuck in the past. I think about guys like Hagler, Duran, Leonard, Hearns. They all fought each other all the time. I remember when Roy Jones was on the come up, people said he didn't fight nobody. Well, that's not true. He fought everybody that was really good in his division. He didn't dodge anybody. Oscar De La Hoya, he fought everybody. Say what you want about him. I think he was a great fighter, and he fought everybody. I know it's not the fighters' fault, promoters, all this stuff, but these guys, it's a shame that these two young men are fighting for the first time in their early 30s. And that's going to be one we'll look forward to. Of course, I'm going to be going for Errol Spence, being from the DFW area. I hope Canelo wins. It's a big weekend. It's going to be a good fight. I hope I'm wrong, but I just feel like he's not focused. But regardless, the young man's had a hell of a career, and if he does lose this fight, there's no shame in that. He's taking on the best of the best, right off into the sunset, man. You've made a fortune. Be with your family, do whatever you need to do. But I'll be pulling for him. All right, let's go, Canelo, and everybody enjoy the fight.